So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, it's Dembele. Dembele. Drive header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and width can be a nightmare to defend against.
Raul. And here's Mbappe. Griezmann. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ansu Fati! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Yamal. Ball's played through. Raul has it in a wide position. Mendy with the clearance.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe looking to receive it in space. Pau Kubasi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Dembele. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Cucurella. And Fati. Now it's Raul. Oh, nicely intercepted. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Yamal. Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Goes for a shot! Goal! Spain! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that's well seen too. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Spain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the shot! And no mistake! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Mbappe. Saliba. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. This is Dembele. Now it's come to nothing. Oh, good ball. Subimendi. Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
France with the corner, they're first. Shot! He's hit it first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Iniesta. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Dembele. Subimendi. Pedri. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, you have to ask questions how this has stayed 1-1, Peter. I do think, though, that the way spaces have been found in key areas with relative ease will be a real concern, something that needs addressing, and fast.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And we are back underway. Subimendi. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Elise. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. Dembele. And he tries a shot! And it's a goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
France leading now.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Yamal. Elise. Oh, it's Dembele. And he's intervened well there. This looks promising.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Kunde does well to stand up to him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Raul. He's picked his way through. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
Raul
8
shoulders the responsibility.
Le numéro 7. Le numéro 17.
And he scores! Back in business! Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
That is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Takes a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Diaby really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Yamal. And it's been played through. Oh, just a keeper now. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Carvajal just loves to go forward whenever he can. Chance, surely! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Changement.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Thuram. Decent chance! Goal! France! And they've got their lead back. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France have their lead. Spain have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And here's Thuram. Tries to pass it through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And here's Dembele. Thuram! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Thuram really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, good effort! And how did he not put that away?
Kunde really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Yamal.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's a good run down the left. Al-Kubasi cuts it out. It's a sharp pass. Spain could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 10.
So changes
Le
afoot
numéro
here
3.
and from both
À leur
sides.
place, le numéro 21. Le numéro 6. Changement en cours.
Zubimendi, Iniesta. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Diaby, who's set up one goal so far. Now he's running away. And a chance! And it's Ribéry.
France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Merino. Oh, perfectly measured that. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Saliba, Dani Olmo does really well there. He is strong. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is. And the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And it's Iniesta. Ribéry. Now it's Barcola. Tries to play it through. That is a great pick out. He's found the way through. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. So this to extend their lead. From De Gea. He's missed it, and that is that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Things really are heating up here ahead of what we've always known will be a crucial game. At stake, a seat at a higher table. This an opportunity to put down a marker to make a statement of intent. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this lad, Pau Kubasi, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence to go and get on the ball and link up with people further up the pitch. This guy's outstanding.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Yamal.
He'll be disappointed with that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? And that has been cleared. Shot a goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Looking for options for movement. Diaz. It's Hamas! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Colombia! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Colombia have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Knocks it into space. Great chance! And he hits the net. They are purring, truly purring. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Colombia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And the pass is intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's Diaz. Suarez!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ospina is there, and he can get that clear. Looking for the run. Diaz. Carvajal did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance here. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, that pass isn't the best. Fernando Torres. Raul pinches it off him. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Yamal, and he's been shifted off it.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That's the keeper's ball.